any marginalized person who's listening to us right now knows that we only get tiny brainy flashes where we can make an impact. And I recognized that, having seen the patterns of media behavior, that this was my moment. And I wrote a ton of stories talking about why we need to think about caste in this way, why I'm talking about coming out as Dalit, what does coming out as Dalit even mean? I got so much backlash from everybody you can imagine about, even from the Dalit community, that them saying, why do you need to hide your caste? What is this absurd term, coming out as Dalit? Why are you talking about it in this way? There's so much resistance to like new language and new modes of thinking within our spaces, within South Asian spaces in general. And seeing the prominence of my work, I think I was offered a book deal. And I think, to answer one of your questions, why do Dalit people end up writing memoirs, is because our lived experience doesn't, in the eyes of the intelligentsia, the academia, it doesn't make us experts on our own lives. So the only kind of story that we are credited with telling is the one that is our own. I realized that even though I had a lot of experience as a journalist, I'd been to a really good school to study journalism, I would not be taken seriously if I wrote about caste unless I showed people that this is what I've been through, unless I talked about my pain, and unless they could see me bleed on the page. And this is something that all marginalized writers, whether they're Black folks, whether they're Indigenous folks here in the US, all over the world, African writers that talk about this, that they need to see us bleed. And only then our stories are believed.
It's so powerful what you're saying about needing to start with your own pain in order to be granted the authority to speak at all.